especially in North America, is they're trying to make that transition into more aggressive gameplay. I think Samuel ramps up a little bit quicker than Celeste does, has the longer range earlier on into the game. The splash damage really hard to deal with. Rogue picking up the Kestrel though, something that I'm sure they'll be comfortable with. And we're gonna see Evol once again on that Celeste. He's looked very good on it. Hopefully he'll be able to continue that here today.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see when a team picks or bans the Celeste away from Rogue, force Evol onto a different hero, because this is now his third game as a mid laner, his third game on Celeste. So obviously that's the pick he's most comfortable with. So if that's what you want to play, if that's what you're comfortable with, and you're able to get it, you might as well take it.
Yeah, I'm a huge Evol fan myself. His mechanics, absolutely amazing. I've really enjoyed watching his transition from the captain. He's no longer a captain in 5v5. He's now in that mid lane position. Rogue not wanting to deal with the Gwen on Dienzio today, going ahead to ban it away from them.
Yeah, Idris had already been picked up by Tribe, so that's another one of these really strong late game heroes that can take a little bit of time to ramp up. We'll have to see if Rogue are going to try and build to counter that. If they look to try and get these heroes that can get into the lane, something like the Krull, something like a Rona that can go toe-to-toe against that Idris early on and try and shut him down.
Absolutely, and Idris going to be a strong pick. Taking Reza out of the equation. Little surprised to see that ban coming out of the side of Tribe. I would have thought that they would have wanted to use it to their advantage to try and get onto the backline of Rogue. If Rogue doesn't take Taka right here, I would be shocked if Tribe does not pick it up, and that is a huge counter to both Celeste and Kestrel.
Yeah, both the Taka and the Alpha are available, and both very strong heroes. Obviously, we know the junglers from Tribe. Whether it's going to be I Love Joseph, who is their starting jungler, or T-Tiger stepping in. Again, this is something we talked about when we first saw the Tribe roster, is you have T-Tigers as a substitute who can fill in for you. That is an insanely stacked roster. So it really doesn't matter which one of those two is actually starting the game. They're going to have a phenomenal performance.
Definitely a testament as to why Tribe has the deepest roster probably in the world right now. Looks like Max Green is going to be playing that utility-based Grace again. I would probably assume at this point, because they didn't pick up the Taka or the Alpha, that it is going to be a jungle Idris, same thing as we saw yesterday, and he's gonna have a lot of healing coming out of both the Grace and the Adagio.
Yeah, and I mean, we've seen this jungle Adagio do great things, which is a little unconventional. You typically, especially a Crystal Idris in the jungle, you want to see it get punished. It's open to being punished because it is very vulnerable. But obviously Tribe has been able to make it work. And now over on Rogue, they're going to grab that Skye. Skye's a hero that we talked about early in the day. Hasn't really come up since then, but it is one of the highest win rate heroes, the highest win rate hero coming into today across any hero that has been picked at least 5 times.
Yeah, they're sitting at about an 83% win rate. Definitely talked about how if it's picked in the right scenarios, it can be a very effective pick. I don't know if necessarily this is the right scenario. We'll kind of see how it gets played out. There's not a whole lot that you're going to be out maneuvering on the side of Tribe. They're going to be playing from a distance anyways, especially if that's a CP Idris as well. So I'll be interested to see, do they go the Crystal route, or do you think they go the weapon route on the Skye?
I think right now the Crystal route is the way to go, because the weapon route is really good when you have targets like a Krull, a Rona, an Alpha, heroes that run at you. Whereas that's not what Tribe has. So you want the damage to be coming out from the Skye. Instead, using the Death from Above as a zoning tool.
Wow.
And that's going to be a Lorelei. So triple potential captain for the side of Tribe. And we did see them run that Grace yesterday with the full tank with a Shatter Glass at the end. Could very well see that again today.
Definitely an interesting composition, not one we have seen in either region in terms of how focused they're going to be on protecting the carries. We had 2 great assassins come out in that final ban phase. Saw definitely one of Louis Vuitton Don's specialty heroes. We've not seen it yet in competitive play. Fully expect him to see him on that today. Very excited for
one
that.
of only, I believe, 6 heroes that we have not seen in the preseason thus far, so that number is going to be dwindling a little bit further. I'm excited to see what the Saw can do.
That's really cool. We got something new on the field. But in this hotly contested match coming up, who are the players to watch? Let's go to Flash first.
On the side of Tribe, it should absolutely be Dienzio. Dienzio looked absolutely phenomenal yesterday on that Gwen was doing so much damage with those buckshots from the back line. Anytime Vision was caught out of position, he was stepping up and just chunking them down super hard. Even when Lightning T tries to come down for rotation right there, D'Anzio absolutely punishes him, drops the Ace's Eye, stuns him, picks up a very easy kill. That's definitely why he's going to be the player to watch on the side of Tribe.
Yeah, one of the veterans of the Vainglory scene. Even though he's only 15 years old, he has been around as long as just about everyone in the scene. So definitely one of the strongest players. But over on the side of Rogue, I'm going to be keeping my eye on Sibs. I almost want to change it to Louis Vuitton because of the Saw pick, but we are going to be looking at Sibs largely because this is one of these guys that needs to step up and be one of the big playmakers for Rogue. When Rogue was at their best, it was because of Evol and Sibs both playing at the top of their game, and he needs to be able to continue to do that. Yesterday, he was playing this Crystal Aftershock Arden and really just didn't do anything with it. I didn't like the build decision. I didn't like the way it was played. It was just really felt off. He didn't look comfortable with that pick and that play style. So I want to see him get back to what he knows, what he's best with. And if he's on this Samuel, I have said for a while now, Sibs is one of the best Samuels in the game.
Mechanics aside, Sibs is one of the most positive people I know in the entire Vainglory community. Seriously, anyone who talks about Sibs, he is one of the most friendly person, always putting a smile on teams' faces. Regardless of how the game is going, he maintains that attitude, tries to bring everyone up, keeps their composure, and definitely going to be an important factor in their game here today.
I really love that. All right, but the game is underway, so we are going to send it over to Humanist and Denomine.
Thank you very much one more time from our panel. This is our third match of the day. We've got Tribe versus Rogue, and of course, Mr. Positivity on the map, Sibs himself. I felt like defending him myself as Bacon tearing into my boy a little bit, but Flash had the defense there to nominate.
Yeah, absolutely. Sibs definitely going to be a player to watch out for here in 5v5. It's a whole new game for him. Quite often in 3v3, we saw him getting stuck in the jungle, and I feel like he's such a stronger laner. Obviously, not going to be the case here, but we'll see what ends up happening.
I feel like Sibs is the kind of guy that could just do whatever he wanted to. He's one of the few guys that I actually got to try to play lane Ozo. and it went back in 3v3 days.
Of course, of course.
Yeah, gotcha.
I'd like to see some lane Ozo in 5v5. That Carney luck and the healing from his 3-ring circus could be pretty sustainable.
Missed opportunity and sustainability is what we're all about. Assume positive intent as Sibs goes down first here. Nice first blood for Tribe, and Jason hanging around. He's gonna have to use those boots, and that's kind of a bummer to have those on cooldown for such a situation.
Yeah, absolutely. And here early on with the tier 1 boots, that is a long cooldown as well. So gonna be down for quite a bit there. D'Anzio looking to pick up the weapon Adagio this game, and Max Green does look like we're gonna see the weapon Grace, but up against the Saw in the top lane, one of Louis Vuitton Don's signature heroes, might be struggling to keep that turret alive here in the next couple minutes.
Dude, talk to me about that. Like, how is the Grace supposed to deal with the Saw when he starts really actually pumping out some damage? He's gonna need some help, right?
Yeah, definitely gonna need to see the rotations up. Again, probably gonna be coming here out of I Love Joseph, going to be on that jungle Crystal Idris. Once he gets those 5 crystal bits online, that Chakram actually does a substantial amount of damage, as well as the basic attacks will also inflict that crystal damage, about 80% I believe it is right now. So that can be huge for the team as well. Old School here on the Samuel, this is one of the picks that he's done really well on in the mid lane, and I expect to see him really be able to abuse the Churn Walker, who's going to be the only front line.
We'll see. Don't like to see my Churns getting abused, but we'll see how that one plays out. Gave it a little just on that babysit mission here, a little splash down, making Old School's life easy. All calm across the map here. Is this going to be a game where these guys want to just farm it up, or they wait till that pressure does come out of Saw before they start to make those rotations?
Saw is at a fairly pressuring point right now, just with the heavy steel and that Book of Eulogies. He's picked himself up a minion candy to go with it, but the rest of the team is really going to take some time to scale up, and I think that's why the Saw pick makes a little bit of sense here. If they can start getting turret objective in the top early, they can start making more rotations into the other lanes. However, if Saw is unable to have that effect, they might struggle a little bit to get to the late game, because Tribe, they have a much heavier mid-game spike.
Okay, but Rogue have actually moved Sibs up here with Louis Vuitton on, and they're applying a lot of pressure onto the turret already. Every time Max walks in range, he's getting attacked multiple times. He's dropping low, and it doesn't appear that there's a rotation moving quite just yet.
No, not yet, and they haven't been able to hammer a bunch of damage down on that turret yet. It has taken a little bit, but, you know, that's not getting gold in your pocket. So Saw making his rotation now into the jungle, probably trying to look for his healing camps and clean those up for that a little additional experience and gold. I'm interested to see if he goes with the Serpent's Mask first or goes right into the Sorrow Blade and really tries to push that issue at the top lane.
What would you like to see and why?
I would like to see that Sorrow Blade just to really put the hurt on Max Green. Louis Vuitton has a level advantage right now. Max Green just now ticking over to level 4. Meanwhile, Louis Vuitton about a quarter of the way to level 6. So he has a huge advantage just due to the range and attack speed. And with this Captain Wave coming, he does not have that minion candy, but he can still get some hurt on this turret.
The bottom turret's going to go down first as Zio and Joseph able to apply a little bit more pressure than even the Saw. Louis Vuitton's going to stand his ground. Holy Nova connects, delaying the inevitable. So what it seems here, Sibs clearing out this healing camp as well. But they're going to take that away. Louis Vuitton can hang around a little bit here. Max not able to stall it out, but turret's going down on both sides of the map.
Yeah, so 1-for-1 trade, not the worst case, and considering the Saw is up in the top lane. So Max Green, while he does lose out on his turret, he'll be able to hold the wave back a little bit further and farm up a little bit more safely now, and that is going to get him the opportunity to get a build online. Probably going to be going into a Serpent's Mask breaking point build, it being a lane grace, but we will have to see how that goes. Sibs cleaning up this weapon Treant here, and that's going to make those ganks all the more dangerous here for the Crystal Kestrel in the jungle. And now we've got a rotation down towards the mid lane, and Sibs, he's at a fairly decent damage spike where he can put down a lot of pressure.
He can, but they're gonna have to control the vision. I mean, I guess you can just rain down glimmers, but it's pretty obvious and easy to avoid. A lot better if you can kind of sneak up on a group, especially just getting some active camos down. Louis Vuitton Don's made the rotation over to mid. With that Tribe, we're gonna go ahead and fan out across the map. Maybe just send their Adagio down towards bottom. So Zio's going to split away from the team, but the rest of the Tribe's still staying as 4.
Yeah, Evil took a ton of damage from that Chakram coming out of I Love Joseph. Ghostwing now landed. River Shops are available as well as of a minute ago. And now Tribe, early aggression here onto the Ghostwing just landed, and they're already starting that one up. Here comes Rogue.
Here comes Rogue. A little bit of a zone coming out here. Zio trying to zone with the damage coming out. It looks like Ghostwing definitely going to be captured up, and Tribe happy about that. Rogue not able to make any rotation. Or in fact, it felt like maybe they could even be caught there. In the meantime, it's Jesus just hanging out in top lane, just kind of shoving that lane forward, getting as much farm as possible.
Yeah, he's looking to do so. Obviously, gonna try to get a shop in here. He's got about 900 gold, so picking up that breaking point, I would think.
My goodness, Jason just getting hammered. 3 damage sources coming from range there, and they just take him down. He's not able to kite back.
Yeah, definitely is going to be difficult. Rogue making a aggressive rotation here, taking away some jungle, so really smart play out of them. However, Tribe, they do have about a 3,000 gold lead right now, so they've got to be feeling pretty comfortable. And without Jesus having that breaking point yet, it's really not going to be any potential for him to get a kill here on Max Green. So he's just going to go ahead and clean up the farm. Saw has gone down into the bottom lane now, so Jesus and Louis Vuitton switching that up.
It feels like this is not the position that the Saw really wants to be in this game. Having turrets down on his side, having not too many down on his opponent's side. They don't really have forward vision where it allows him to make movements and feel safe about it.
No, you're absolutely right there. This is a point of the game where Saw is going to struggle a little bit. They weren't able to get an advantage early. While he did get that turret, they lost out on 2 in the bottom. So really not favorable for the side of Rogue as of this point. It's really going to come down to Evol being the hyper carry for this team, as well as Sibs trying to help poke out some of that front line.
Well, they got that shatter. They got the Saw pretty close in range here, just waiting for a wave before they start raining down on this turret. They have the damage to quickly take down objectives at this point. Sib zoning for his team. Tribe respecting that thus far. It's pretty nice. Gabe Vizzle on this Lorelite can just drop that splash down in and around that turret. You can easily be within range and back into a defensive position much quicker.
Yeah, that speed boost is definitely nice, as well as Gabe Vizzle historically very good at landing those fish foods, specifically hitting multiple targets with that stun, so we'll have to keep our eyes on him. Maybe the one to help set up some plays for Joseph and Old School.
Sibs connecting on a lot of these glimmer shots, but I'm not sure that they have vision down on both sides of the mid lane there, so there's going to be really no surprises. But down in bot, a lot of damage coming out. Louis Vuitton almost getting taken down. If Zeal moves forward, he might be able to get a kill here. One right click, baiting out the healing flask, the reflex as well. Thaw's going to stay alive, but the turret goes down. Dienzio and Joseph able to make a little magic happen down there.
Yeah, just a couple right clicks shy there. But Louis Vuitton gonna make it out alive, gonna go ahead and recall, top himself off. He does have that weapon buff, so if he gets a chance spun up to get onto somebody, he can potentially put down a lot of damage. But, you know, unfortunately, Serpent's Mask first, being forced back in the lanes at this point, he's not really having a massive impact.
Debated! They got debated over. They pulled him to that side. They didn't have vision there, and Evol is going to get taken down. Oh no, Jason as well. Tribe, what a play, man. I hope everybody witnessed that. I hope we had the camera there.
Yeah, absolutely. Tribe setting that one up quickly and easily. Joseph, again, huge spike out of the first item, Shatterglass, coming out on those chakrams. But now Sibs and Louis Vuitton, they're looking for that mid turret, and they're going to get it.
They'll be able to get that, but it's going to be a Ghost Wing capture up there for Tribe. Now, Max Green finding a couple key targets over here. Now, can Jesus do anything at this point? It still feels like he's just still in farm mode.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Weapon Sky, while it can be a huge threat if you get ahead, again, they are just sitting too far behind at this point, sitting down about 6,000 gold with only the Poison Shiv, not having a breaking point. There's never really a clean moment where Jesus is just really going to be able to scale into that, oh my god, Sky is destroying the enemy team kind of situation.
Where you can't run away like once the first attack comes through.
Right, exactly. We don't have that level of threat like we do out of Dienzio right now.
Sibs one attack away from getting dropped here by Gabe and Old School in mid. What happened?
Joseph, one chakram over the wall, cleans up the kill onto Evol, and now Dienzio is looking for more if he can find it.
Yeah, he's taking a lot of damage though. He's gonna have to get back here. A little Suri forward though. He's gonna stay alive. What a turnaround. Perfect water wall timing. Now Joseph able to find another kill, taking down Sibs. Rogue crumbling here in their base. Dienzio is gonna buff himself moving forward here. Splashdown very forward positioning as they'll walk right into a Solar Storm. Reconsidering the positioning, now blocking off the stun as they move back into a safer area. Looks like that'll be the retreat coming on through, but tons of aggression out of Tribe.
Yeah, absolutely. Really good plays coming out of them. Meanwhile, Max Green finally taking the opportunity to try to force down this top lane turret, and with the opposition of Rogue nowhere near, he's going to be able to get that one, add some more gold into the team's pocket, add some more control into the objectives to his team's side, and that's a really good 7-0 push here by this side of Tribe.
Tribe making it happen. 12 minutes in. We'll see how long Rogue can hold out, if they can even turn this one around, because that net worth really starting to pile up at this point. It feels like a really dangerous position to be in.
Yeah, it definitely is. Evol, he has now got the Spellfire online, but again, we don't really see the 1v5 threat until the Clockwork's online. Here we go, Tribe's picking another one though.
Let's see, Tribe have Rogue kind of pinned in here. Max Green wants to be on the front side of the fight, but took a lot of damage. Not exactly where you want the Churnwalker to be either. Want to have everybody hook and chained up on the front side, but he's low. Max will jump in. Sibs taking a lot of damage. You got to get back. Trying to kite back. It's not enough. He'll go down. They'll lose Jason next. That's 3 down for Rogue. Evol, all he can do is stand his ground and pray. Louis Vuitton Don wrecked. And that'll be the ace coming through for Tribe.
That's likely going to be the game for Tribe as well, as Dienzio's already hammering in the damage onto that Bane Crystal, and here comes the rest of Tribe. So in the end, it's going to be Tribe remaining, I believe, undefeated here in the preseason.
Wow, dominating performance coming out. I mean, we know this squad is pretty amazing at Vainglory, and a lot of high expectations just here in the preseason alone. Really putting it together, fun draft, and well executed.
Almost like their whole team might have been Worlds competitors, and some